What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I'm joined by the podcast dad, Choops. How we doing, buddy?
I'm getting there. Been battling this illness, man, and now I think it's gotten to the kids. But hey, we're still here, so we're fighting.
Aren't the kids the ones that got you sick?
Yeah, now they're sick again. So hey, it's just a vicious cycle. Welcome to parenthood. It's great.
All right, I got to remember to add that one to the list. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. As always, it is a pleasure to be here with all of you. As always, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are so close to 500 subscribers. We need your help to get there. Chris, tell them what they need to do.
Don't talk to me in my government name, but yes, it is. We are.
I should tell you how serious it is.
We are so close to getting there. Please, just if you like what we're doing, subscribe. Help us support what we like supporting by supporting us. So, again, a vicious cycle. Support us so we can support them, so we can support you.
Yeah. And show some love to our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network. If you love great live podcasts, blogs, fan art, memes, just some really, really fun takes on pro wrestling that are not the usual fare. So show some love at Main Event_net on all social media platforms. Little Birdie told me that there is going to be a new podcast joining the network family in a matter of weeks. I can't say anything yet. I don't think that you can either. But stay on the lookout for a really, really cool announcement because if it's who we think it is, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a lot of fun. A little birdie also sends it in a group text, so he's not just your little birdie. So,
Stay undercutting me on this fucking. Okay. All right.
Oh, zip up your shirt. Nobody wants to see all that.
It's fine. What's wrong with my shirt?
Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, the taco meat?
Nobody wants to see the taco. There's one person in the world that wants to see that taco meat. And he ain't here. Hey,
Real Press
also,
BigCartel.com. It's your one-stop shop. A lot of great wrestling merch, including our Wrestle Sips t-shirt, which you can find there as well. Podcast Dad, I know you love that hat of yours. You're not wearing it today, but you got the head of hair rocking today, but usually you're hatted up.
I know. I'm having a good hair day, so I was like, we're gonna let it fly. Because sometimes when you have good hair, you gotta let it breathe.
Facts.
Hey, all right, we're gonna move on because that one didn't land as well. That's what she said. Yep. But SmackDown is in the books. We got a fun kind of star-studded, filled opening segment with Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, John Cena, LA Knight, a little bit of R-Truth. Like there was a lot going on. Sorry, Ron Killings. There was a lot going on in that opening segment. And I have a huge question for you.
Hit me. I figure this is probably where you would want to start, especially since you had a lot to say about Ron Killings and his return, specifically the follow-up. So,
nope. This is not even about Ron Killings.
Okay.
How are we feeling?
We is me, right?
About this John Cena heel turn so far?
We're deep enough into the year that okay.
We are. I think we're deep enough into this run now where I don't know if it's quite working as well as I wanted it to.
No. It's I can understand a lot of the logic from a canon standpoint of why this story makes sense. I do. And I think that there were a lot of things in his early promos that really added to that. The problem that I have with this John Cena heel turn is that it was such a seismic, shocking turn done for the sake of that seismic, shocking turn, and they had no fucking intention of following up with anything that was kind of delivered to us at Elimination Chamber. If you're going to turn heel, whatever, that's fine. Like, the execution was perfect.
That was great.
But it sounds like they never had any intention of Rock being involved or creating this new collective as a way to create new stars or do this massive new story that was going to replace the Bloodline story that was coming to its natural end. It just, expectation versus reality, I think, is a lot of it, because it got us thinking, okay, well, who else is going to join? Is he going to switch up the presentation or do anything different? It's pretty rare for somebody to turn heel or turn face, for that matter, without some sort of reinvention of some kind. And the only thing that we've gotten as far as a reinvention of this kind here is just John Cena without the big, colorful Titantron entrance. He's still wearing the jorts shirt, still carrying the rally towel. Like, nothing else has changed. Again, I can understand in canon the anger of, no, I created all this myself. You guys are trying to dress like me. I like all of that. But they set very, very lofty expectations that they had no intention of following on. That kind of pisses me off. It just sucks, because now I think at this point in the year, we are kind of coming to the time to start the heel turn back. And or the face turn, I should say. Start us, on that road. And what we have seen from heel John Cena was a very shocking turn, followed by no appearance by The Rock at WrestleMania. Travis Scott costing Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania Night 2, which I believe will go down as one of the worst main events within the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And we know that Cena works the forward face. It just does. It's just the Travis Scott got the grandiose entrance to cost Cody Rhodes a title, and then they may not even be following up on Travis Scott costing Cody Rhodes that title.
Yeah, I mean, there's a moment on this SmackDown, and I don't know if you've seen the clip. I know people know what I'm talking about, where he's backstage with Aldis. He turns his hat, and he's like barking at him, or just kind of feels a little cartoonish. I don't love it. Like, if you're going to be serious, be serious. He cut serious promos with Punk. He's gotten serious promos in the ring. And then his in-ring stuff just is kind of still, I don't want to say comedy, but still like over the top heel, right?
Yeah.
Like the facial expressions. I mean, the tag match alone where, the hot tag was going to happen. And he's, oh no. Like, that's not what I want. I want serious Cena all the time. I want Cena. I mean, if you look, like when they advertise Cena, and I'll pull it up, and I don't want to get taken off.
Yeah.
Like, he's in the black.
Yeah.
But when he comes out, he's in whatever color to sell merch. Like, and I want that presentation. If you're going to ruin pro wrestling, stop coming out in the hometown colors. Like, you come out and insult it, but you can use the logic of, hey, I'm selling merch. Then do that. Like, then lean into that a little bit more. The corporate champion is something that we wanted to see. Like, hey, I sold my soul. Yeah, but did you? Like, well, there's been no follow-up. Would it have been better if Cody turned heel? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
And
it's been at this point in the heel run, I'm just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just not blowing me away like I thought it would.
Yeah, and I think another thing that's also worth pointing out is not only from the standpoint of John Cena, the character that we're seeing on TV, but going back to the business of the John Cena retirement tour. Here he is coming out and acting like the ultimate heel, but he's still doing the meet and greets. He's still doing like it. It's like he wants like, we know that wrestling is predetermined. We know that it's scripted, but it almost seems like he's almost going out of his way to remind everybody that it's a character that he's playing, that he is currently a bad guy, even though he is still doing the meet and greets and still doing these things. That it can. I don't know, because I mean, we get into the discourse of wrestling fans wanting to know all the ins and outs of everything going on at all times. That's just kind of where social media has gone. But it's almost like there is this like intention of trying to make it clear, oh, he's just doing this on TV. Like, he's just playing a bad guy on TV. But, I'm still going to do everything I can to sell shirts and all of that stuff. Like, when you look at Undertaker's retirement tour, everything that they could put his name or the logo on or turn black and purple, they did. Doesn't mean that there needs to be a new T-shirt every single city that they go to. But that that seems to be how they want to play this. And it's just, and this is kind of like, going back to stuff that our guest last week, Carl Anderson, had to say about WWE kind of becoming TKO. Like, it's just becoming a very corporatized product of
it's a show.
Again, these are executives that know fuck all about the wrestling business. Like, it's just
don't care.
These are accounting entries. This is all about every cash grab that they can do. That it is taking a lot of the, like, it takes take the fun out of the retirement tour. This should be, I don't know. I just wanted so much more for this heel turn based on what we got to kick it off, and then they had no intention of delivering on it, and that's pretty fucking shitty.
No, I just that's kind of where I'm at with this heel turn so far. Is it's fine. I think after years and years and years and years of us wanting it, I don't think we really wanted it. Not this version, at least. If this is what we were gonna get, just keep him face. Let him chase for that 17th rather than kind of what we have going now. We're gonna get Punk and Cena. We're gonna get it in Saudi. I don't know how I feel about that still. It is what it is. Money talks at the end of the day, so it is what it is. There's still some matches that we need to see, right? We need to see the rematch with Cody. We need to see the match with LA Knight. Really hoping Joe Hendry sneaks in there. I mean, if R-Truth can get multiple title shots, why can't you throw Joe Hendry in there for a Saturday night's main event? So I'd love something like that. Anyway, King of the Ring, Randy Orton advances.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody's surprised there.
Not particularly, no.
Which, hey, that's fine. Randy Orton made it to the finals last year. I'm not mad at this. Randy Orton, don't know how much longer we're going to have Randy Orton. So I'm cool with this, right? Like,
question for you.
Mello wasn't winning the tournament. Aleister Black wasn't winning the tournament. LA Knight wasn't going to win the tournament. So I'm okay with Randy Orton winning.
Okay.
What's the question?
Does he actually get number 15 before it's all said and done?
I think it depends on when he thinks it's said and done. I don't think he's going to get it during the retirement tour.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Probably
maybe,
not.
Maybe a next year's kind of thing. Maybe. I don't know. But
yeah,
I don't think they're going to try to take eyes off Cena at the moment.
And I think maybe that's a lot of the other frustration, too, is this title is being held up by the retirement tour, the desire to ruin wrestling, which, again, in theory, is a lot of, like, it's a fun story. I think that there are things that you can do to improve upon this story, both inside the ring and how you're presenting him and kind of
relate. But when you've been a face for 20 years, it's tough. It's tough.
That one asset figured it out in 96.
Well, he also had two other guys with him and then a genius behind him.
They were way cooler than him, yeah.
Exactly. They had it set up. They had it. They had Nash, they had Hall, they had Bischoff. Cena had The Rock. It was there. They could have done something with a group. They really could have. They just didn't. Like, if Cena had two heaters right now, I think he'd be fine. Like, if you're telling me we got this Ron Killings character and he aligned with Cena, that wouldn't be good?
No, I'd be intrigued. I'd be really intrigued. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, or if he didn't have somebody else behind him, a Braun, a Bronson Reed behind him, like somebody like that, you're telling me that you wouldn't be, oh, okay, now I'm interested. Like, shit, throw Rusev with him. What's Rusev doing?
Yeah.
Like, hey, Rock brought this brute back because Cena needed some backup. I can't have my champion get hurt. Go out there and get it. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Like, you could have had somebody. Omos. Shit. Yeah. Omos.
Who cool resigned, apparently.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Like, I would have been cool with that. But
I also don't like that they're already teasing tension between Cena and Logan Paul. I don't care about Logan. I know. I'm just saying that, we may not have liked the choice, but we're talking about who you could put around him. Logan Paul is a part-time lackey for John Cena. Again, it was nice. There. It was there, but we didn't even get to the match before we were teasing the tension.
Yeah. No, there's stuff there. We'll just stay on the men's side real quick. Yep. So Cody, again, no surprise there. I think everybody thinks Cody's going to win the damn tournament. So I'm intrigued to see Cody versus Jay. I will say that.
Yeah.
When that happens, because Jey Uso is going to win tonight.
Yeah. Because realistically, say that it is Cody versus Jay in the finals.
Well, it'd be a semis.
Or semis. You can still light the fuse for your end game of a Cody turn.
Well, it's going to happen because he's going to beat Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia. It's getting set up.
Okay.
Either that or that Sami is going to break. That's what's going to happen. One of those two are going to break.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing Randy and Cody just yet. I think we're still
not for the finals of King of the Ring.
We're teasing it. No, you Sami Zayn gets so close again. Can't do it.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's what you try to set up. On the women's side, Jade advances and Alexa Bliss advances. So a little bit bit different on the, we're really top star heavy on the men's side, and on the women's side, it's a little, we got Roxanne, Jade, and Alexa right now. Jade and Roxanne, interesting semifinal match.
It is. And again, that's, as far as the men's side, it's because look who's holding the top titles right now. And I mean, we'll come back to what they have planned for Gunther in a little bit, but there's just the men's titles are so locked up in long-term stories that, we have to talk about it, but the men's titles are so locked up in long-term stories that there really are only so many paths to get to those title opportunities, and they already kind of have an idea who's penciled in for those. But on the women's side,
let's rip this monkey off the back now and just let's talk about it.
I prefer to call it doing that. Whatever. This is what you wanted.
This is not what I wanted.
You wanted that title back on Gunther, and they did it.
This is not what,
to have it for this purpose. You asked for this.
I asked for Gunther to win the title. Not for this. Why take the title off of him then? What was the point? This is look, and I have ragged on Jey Uso's title run. Look,
the entire fucking time.
The entire time. That's shitty. To take it off him for that's shitty. Goldberg has now ended. It's not
the first time that Big Bill has interfered with somebody's title plans, huh?
Three
title
reigns that should not have ended prematurely for Goldberg. Kevin Owens, when they did that shit, Kevin Owens did not deserve. The Fiend, which destroyed the Fiend character.
Shit.
That destroyed the Fiend character. He was done after that. And now Jey Uso. And look, Jey Uso got his run. I'm happy for him. It sounds like he's going back to the tag division anyway. Cool. But that wasn't the way to end it. Don't even give it to him at that point. If you're going to give him a shitty title run, don't even give it to shit. Looking back, hindsight 2020, Cena should have just won the damn Rumble.
I won't go that far to say that because
why couldn't Jey won the Chamber?
I'm not saying he could. I'm not saying he couldn't have, but I don't. And this is actually there's an art, and I'll make sure to send this to you. But this was an article on Bleacher Report, kind of talking about the fan reaction to it. Jey Uso is going to be fine. Okay, we get, and this is partially because WWE has conditioned us for so long that if you win a world title at WrestleMania, that you've got to hold on to it until the next WrestleMania or as close to that show as possible. There are several people that won their first world titles at WrestleMania that didn't go on to have these lengthy, year-long. It's perfectly fine. Steve Austin is fucking one of them. Now, I'm not saying that Jey Uso is anywhere near on the same stratosphere as the biggest box office attraction of all time, but the entire story with Jey Uso moving to Raw, the peak of that was to earn the title at WrestleMania. That was it. That was the end game, was to get him to that point because he had been so distracted and unconfident and not feeling like he could beat Gunther to win the big one. He did that. That was the culmination of all of that work. Everything else that came after with the title was just a bonus. Do I think that it could have been booked better? Absolutely. But I certainly was not clamoring for an 8, 9, 10th month long Jey Uso world title run. 51 days is respectable. I don't think it'll be the last time he's world champion. I just don't.
I do.
But
if they're going to put him back in tag team division, I do. Because I think at the end of the day, like, again, we need to look at this as a dollars and cents company now. And I know Jey Uso sells a ton of merch. His box office probably wasn't great, was it? And
I don't know.
If you are TKO, you're looking at Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Gunther, fucking Goldberg at this point, where you're going, those are bigger names. They'll draw more. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're going to see less and less of these feel-good title runs kind of end like this. Like, again, Jey Uso winning the title, it was a fun moment. It was awesome. How many more times did Kofi win the title?
He didn't. I'll give you that. I will give you that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, this kind of feels like a Kofi Kingston thing. And I hate saying that because, hey, we need him to lose because we got a bigger star. Goldberg coming. Brock's coming. We need a bigger star.
Oh, okay. Well, here's also the other issue. If we take what we're hearing as true as to why this match now has the title involved, and it's because Saturday night's main event is the same day as All In. So is this
be All In?
I know it's not. I know that it's not. And then
I'm gonna watch All In.
So am I. Saturday night's main event will be on the iPad. Like it's like no, that's yeah. That's where we're also getting into the deeper discussion of counter programming and when is that a good idea? Just because it's just like live television special, yes, on paper broader reach as far as how many eyes are going to see it when you combine Peacock viewers and NBC viewers, like sure, but AEW is about to culminate. This is their chance to probably have the biggest feel-good story of the year of finally ending the Death Rider story for all with a guy that people are immensely behind in Hangman Page, who has this interesting, conflicted, this crisis of self right now to where he is telling the Bucks to stay away from Ospreay and stay away from Swerve. Like there's a lot more going on in terms of that storytelling there compared to what we're going to get for Goldberg Gunther, which is sounds like it's going to be Goldberg's retirement match. But if we're hearing, what we're hearing about his training and that, not being as stellar as it would have been in years prior, it's a bad idea. And this is just not going to end well. It's just not going to end well.
Is it actually going head to head?
I believe so.
So All In start time is 3.
Oh, okay.
And then it says Saturday night's main event is at 8. So I don't know if it actually is going head to
head. Okay.
Unless All In, All In could go 5 hours, could go 6 hours.
Could.
In all honesty, it could. But I don't know if it's. I don't know if they push up. I don't know. We'll see. But
it's still just. But
that's not going to beat it. Goldberg and Gunther's not going to beat All In. Like it's not going to beat Hangman versus Moxley. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is.
But what match would Jey Uso would have done for that? Like the title is just not very strong right now, and that's okay to say.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine to say.
And neither is the AEW championship. Let's be honest. It's in a briefcase.
Where the fuck is it?
Yeah, but when Hangman wins it, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
But when Gunther beats Goldberg in a retirement match, the crowd's going to go mild.
That match should not last any longer than 6 minutes.
No. It shouldn't happen.
I know that. What you saying fuck me for? I know that. I'm not clamoring for it.
WWE announced today that they have a super show in Mexico.
I did see that. Yeah.
And July 27th. Also, shout out to
Los Garza.
Yes, Los Garza for winning the AAA Tag Team Championships. But and a terribly booked main event. I don't know if you saw that, but it was a awful sequence in that main event for that show.
I did not watch the entire show. I've probably watched a half hour of it so far. Yeah.
Go back and watch that main event. It was
so tag titles close the show, not Mega Championship?
No, the Mega Championship does.
Oh boy.
It's just not. I mean, it is overbooked to hell, and they did not do Vikingo any favors.
And like not the overbooked to perfection, just the fuck.
No, overbooked to shit. Like comically, like what the hell are you guys doing? It wasn't good.
Paving the way for NXT Mexico.
It was not good, and I hate saying that. It's just it was not good. Raw tonight. We forgot to talk last week. Bailey's back.
Yeah,
totally forgot to talk about that.
If we're lucky, she could have a new theme song tonight.
She better. Dear Lord. I can't deal with the X-Men theme anymore. I can't.
It does have some.
I love the X-Men theme, but that is not it. So Bailey is back and has something to say to the Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch. Please, 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 if this is kind of a sub feud for right now, perfect. Do not kick Lyra to the side. She has worked way too damn hard.
Yeah.
To not be a factor in a future Intercontinental Championship match. They are 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Give her the match at SummerSlam. Like, do not kick Lyra to the side. Please, 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 please.
I would say that, I think that there's going to be some explaining to do on Lyra's end in canon as far as WrestleMania weekend and things of that nature. So, I like that this is what this championship needs is you've got an upstart that has all of the potential in the world, and you've got two of WWE's greatest of all time involved in the title picture of a title that just really kicked off this year. I agree. I think ultimately I do want to see Bailey have a brief run with it, even if that means Lyra regains it from Bailey. Just because, I mean, there's just been so much more that Bailey deserves. That just and that's just kind of always been.
It's always been that way
with her compared to the rest of the horsewomen. And
I just don't kick Lyra to the side.
I agree.
That's all I'm asking. Just don't do that. She is way too talented to be put on the back burner. Like we've seen stuff like this before. Just again, hey Jey Uso, like just don't kick her to the back burner. Queen of the Ring.
Mid-card, just real quick, did you see on TikTok the video that Zelina posted? A little sketch of Zelina and Rhea doing some working out together, and it was just kind of this awkward like. I need somebody to help train me. Like, you're really good at this stuff. Like, do it. Like, it's good. That's the kind of stuff that I want to see them bring to that title too on SmackDown.
Well, Zelina's gonna have to watch her back because Julia's after it. So
exactly, and that was a lot. Like, I got this match coming up, and need you. Like, it was that kind of very reluctant stuff. Bring that to TV. Like, that's.
Well, I don't know how much longer Zelina's gonna be on TV because Julia's gonna take that title. Is she not? And she should.
I know.
Bring some relevance to that division. Like, and Chelsea was great with it. Zelina's been fine with it. Zelina's a transitional champion, and that's fine. She worked very hard. She earned her title run. She got her title run, but
I mean, basically, since she's been back, she's been killing it.
Yes.
And the LWO could not bring her down.
The Queen of the Ring final. Final fatal four-way. Final first round fatal four-way. What the
final
fuck?
First round fatal four-way. Final first round fatal four-way. Final first round fatal four-way.
Raquel, Stephanie, Ivy Nile, and Asuka. I think we know who wins this.
Yeah. I was trying to. I heard it. I'm trying to see all the names. I'm like, that's a no-brainer. Yes, I do want to see, just because it does sound like Damage Control is done. So is this a return to the Kabuki Warriors for her, or whether this is a singles run, I'm really, really intrigued to see, especially given how long she's been away. Will they do anything to reintroduce her to the masses?
It's funny you say that because Liv Morgan takes on Kairi Sane tonight. So,
yeah. Let's not be surprised if there's a Bella run-in of some kind.
One half of the tag champions is also in that fatal 4-way with Asuka. So, yeah, the tea leaves are there. For the men's, the final first round fatal 4-way, Rusev, Sheamus, Bronson Reed, Jey Uso. Yeet.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be. Like none of the other three I just named are gonna go against Cody Rhodes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the largest, there's a couple of stories there. Obviously, you've got the Jey Uso, Bronson Reed. We'll probably see Seth and Braun Breaker have some involvement there. Nice. But Sheamus and Rusev, I think I want to see them really kind of get that kicked into high gear. Sounds like they're going back to their League of Nations days to bring some history into the story, which is cool. But that's kind of where those two are headed, which is nice.
Yeah, make them a tag team.
Could do that too.
Give me the bar 2.0.
It's a sensitive subject. They'll talk about the bar.
Just why not? Where
the fuck is match 7?
Why not? But why not put Sheamus and Rusev in the tag team? You brought Rusev back. He hasn't done shit.
No.
Sheamus hasn't done anything in like a year. Your tag division on Raw sucks.
Can't argue with that.
Why not put those two in the tag division? Because both of them can wrestle, and the New Day needs somebody. They can't just keep wrestling the Vikings every week. You could also
made her for.
You could also have them win another team, but also have Rusev and Sheamus get an upset victory, and then go take on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Okay, you're telling me you wouldn't sign up for that?
That's yeah, I'll play that in 2K. Sure, yeah,
that would be fantastic. Book your tag division better. Damn it! Why do I have to ask this like every couple months?
Yeah, that's the thing is those were two of the most shocking heel turns we got all year, and the follow-ups were massive letdowns.
Both of them. How?
Both of them.
You had two of the. As Booker T would say.
All right. What else is set for Raw tonight, or is that everything?
That's it.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you to everybody that joined us this evening. We will be back tomorrow night, breaking down Monday Night Raw, previewing a little bit of NXT. As always, you can find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But again, subscribe to that YouTube channel. We are 14 away from 500 podcast. Dad, what they got to do?
One person. Tell one person. If you don't like Jey Uso's ending to the title, run that he had, come subscribe. We support.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Trying something new. We're so close. Just can you tell anybody? Just tell anybody. Please.
Yeah, seriously.
Please just tell
somebody. The word about the Junkies movement. We will hopefully have a new After the Empire coming up this week, breaking down Coastal Case Files. That show should be on YouTube by this Thursday, I believe. And congratulations to our dear friend Bryce Cannon, who successfully retained his Lariato Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship against QT Marshall and Matt Hardy this past weekend.
Yeah, of course. I'm not talking about the other thing, but yes, hey, great job, Bryce. I knew you could do it. I don't know if this guy did.
I wrote the check. Of course he did.
You called Matt freaking Hardy, and you just said Bryce Cannon. I remember that. Receipts are still there. Who would you want to do this with? Oh, and Max, Fantasy Baseball next year. I'm in.
That's the podcast, Dad. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. This has been the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Until tomorrow, enjoy the graps.